Today's video is sponsored by Policy Genius. So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is a rain day today. So late yesterday, I got all the leaves out of the yard. Well, pretty much, because I knew the rain was coming. But we desperately needed this rain. And so far today, it's been a real nice one. No big downpours or anything like that. It's been just a nice steady rain for about the last 4 or 5 hours. But it is pretty chilly right now. I think it's about 45 degrees. We're gonna start the perfect fire inside the building. I like to start with 2 big pieces on the side with about 6 inches between them. Just tiny little bit of fire starter there in the middle. And then we're gonna put some smaller pieces on top of that. Maybe 3 or 4. Depending on how big they are. We're gonna light it up. And then what we'll do, got our 4 pieces there, and then I'm gonna set 2 bigger ones right in the middle, like so. And the reason for that is this thing's gonna get ripping in no time. These smaller ones in the middle, they will end up collapsing down into the center along with these bigger ones. And, you know, like within an hour, I'll have some super nice hot coals here and be well on my way. Alright, so we started this fire about an hour ago. As you can see, it did exactly what I wanted. The smaller pieces on the second row, they burnt through, dropped the bigger pieces right down into those hot coals. Probably another hour or so, you just throw, 4 or 5 big pieces on there and forget about it for a while. I mentioned earlier that today's video is sponsored by Policy Genius, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. If you are on the fence trying to decide whether or not you need life insurance, there is one simple question that you need to ask yourself. Do you have anyone that relies on your income? If the answer is yes, then you definitely need life insurance. One of the many great things about Policy Genius is that it is super convenient and a huge time saver. You can compare all your options from top companies, and their team of licensed experts are on hand to help walk you through it. Having their team of award-winning agents on your side to help take you through the process step by step is the simplest and easiest way to compare quotes from top insurers so you can look at all your options and find the best price. With the level of service that Policy Genius offers, it means you can get the life insurance you need and you can get it fast. They answer your questions, they take care of all the paperwork, and you can make a good decision with confidence. Policy Genius has thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot from customers who found the best policy fit for their needs. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options are 100% online and let you avoid unnecessary medical exams. Check life insurance off your to-do list in no time with Policy Genius. Head to policygenius.com/outdoorswiththemorgans or click the link in the description to compare free life insurance quotes from top companies and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/outdoorswiththemorgans. All right, still raining. By the way, thanks to everyone who sent me emails and comments on this trailer. I bought this the other day and I published a video on it, and I was talking about some of the things I'm going to do on the inside of it, and there's a bunch of people had some really good ideas. Some people sent me emails and comments, and a lot of the emails had pictures. There are several people that have this exact trailer. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to get started on this. I mentioned the other day, I'm not going to use it though until I get it painted inside, because if I don't do it now, it'll just never happen. But right now, on this rain day, I'm going to take a ride to Harbor Freight. I need to pick up just a few basic tools to leave down at the wood yard. What happens is, I go down there and I need a couple wrenches, and if I have my truck down there, it's fine. I got all my tools in there, well, a lot of them. And sometimes though, I'll take the side-by-side or the four-wheeler down there, or you just end up without them. And sometimes it takes as long to go get the tools as it does to fix what you need. So we're just gonna go pick up a few of the bare essentials, the bare necessities. I was talking to my buddy Adam the other day. We have been so spoiled the last couple months, just how nice the weather has been. You could, you know, do anything that you wanted outside, go anywhere you want. And I said, sooner or later, the bottom's gonna fall out of it. I don't know if this is the start of that or not. This week coming up, it's gonna be in the 50s, but that could be it. That could have been our Indian summer. Extended Indian summer. All right, pulling into Harbor Freight. All right, I picked up the goods at Harbor Freight. The ever popular microfiber towels. I got 2 packs of them. And I got some wrenches from 3/8 to 1.25 inch, and from 10mm all the way up to 32mm. These will be in a box down at the wood yard. And then I'll go through the garage at the house and add a bunch of stuff to that. But all of this, these are the Pittsburgh ones. It was under 90 bucks for everything. Not too bad. Well, it is now first thing in the morning, and the good news is the rain has cleared out. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Bad news is I'm off to a bad start. I came down here to the wood yard to finish up this load of pizza wood, which, by the way, this takes quite a bit of time. Everything is cut, you know, 12 inches in length, split a little bit smaller. It just takes some time. But anyway, I came down here wanting to finish this up. I fired up the split force and I got started, and I think it was like the second or third piece, everything came to a screeching halt. This is the first time this ever happened, but the chain on the conveyor hopped off the gear. What I think happened, one of these small pieces of wood kind of got jacked up in there a little bit, and it just popped it off. So we got to get this fixed here. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. I got some more good news. This is the first morning in probably, I don't even know, a month and a half or so that my sinuses feel really good. And I think I figured out what the problem was. I've been all stuffed up for a while, and I think it was just because it was so dry. Before we left for Colorado, I had the same problem, and then it was just getting better. And then when we went to Colorado, it was incredibly dry and dusty out there, and it all started all over again. But since we had that rain, that has to be what it is. I never had any kind of allergies until like in my 40s, and then from then on, it just seems to get worse and worse. But I feel good now. I just realized when I was talking about my sinus problems, all I need to do is break that free. This bolt is coming this way. I have no idea how that could have hopped off there. Looks like I can run it in maybe another ½ inch. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need every bit I can get. I don't have anywhere near enough chain to get over top of this, and I ran it in as far as I could. There's something got to be wrong at the other end. And there is. Huh. This, the chain started to, oh yeah. What in the world? Kind of wrapped around the sprocket. I gotta take this off, I think. Alright, I don't know if you can see this or not. I think what happened was the chain may have been a little bit loose, and instead of going over this sprocket, instead of going over this gear right here, it got sucked down into here. All my extra chain is down there on the bottom, and it is tight. I mean tight. We got her. Kind of having trouble getting the chain pulled up, so I'm going to try this ratchet strap. Plus there's a bunch of firewood on it as well. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of slack now. Alright, that thing about wore me out, but I got it on. I ended up using a ratchet strap, a clamp, a pry bar. There's got to be something that I'm missing here, but I don't know what it is. I've got this in all the way, but I'm going to tighten everything back up, make sure the chain is adjusted properly, and we'll run it. We'll run it real fast, see if we're going to have any problems with it. But I think that's what the problem was. The chain was just a little bit loose and I didn't notice, and it got bound up down there at the bottom. All right, the conveyor is all fixed up, ready to go. It only took about twice as long as it should have to get it fixed, but I got it done. Before I wrap this up, I wanted to mention something. We keep getting the same comment over and over again, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands of them. And I've gone over this before, but I'll read one from just yesterday. And now this guy, every video, no matter what, it's the same comment or close to it. So we bought that nice enclosed trailer the other day, and this is his comment. Why do you need an enclosed trailer? Why is it you getting all the cool toys and your wife and family are still waiting for a pool? And he says this in all capital letters with a bunch of question marks. That does not look like a swimming pool to me. When will you show you working on the pool you were going to put in 4 years ago? Have you been building it on the sly? Show us. This guy, every video, he asks about the swimming pool. And I've gone over this before. I've answered it in the comments. I've talked about it in video. I don't know why we get so many comments like that. I'll tell the story. It's not really a secret. But back in, I guess it was when COVID started, we were planning on getting a swimming pool. We had thought a lot about it. And we were approached by someone through our channel. Guy had a pool business. And it was one of those deals. I was going to do all the excavating, a lot of the work myself. They would bring the pool out, spend one day, do the install. I'd have someone do the concrete work, and that would be the end of it. Turns out that guy went bankrupt. We lost our deposit. It wasn't a huge deposit, but, you know, money's money, and it's gone. And it's not the end of the world or anything like that. And I never even tried to pursue anything. It was just a lesson learned kind of thing. And it was kind of a good thing that it happened, because we have decided as a family that we're going to wait on a swimming pool. And the reason is our oldest son, Hunter, has seizures. And we've gone over this in videos before. And I talked about this as far as the swimming pool goes. When you have a 200 and some pound guy that has a seizure in a swimming pool, it would be a very bad thing. So that's the main driver of why we don't have a swimming pool. But I don't go into all the details on our family life and how we make our decisions. But like I said, I bought a trailer the other day. You know who was the driving force behind that trailer? Melissa. She has been wanting one. She's been bringing it up for over a year that we should get a trailer. And I just didn't have the time to really look into one. You know what I mean? And so the other day she mentioned it again. And we were out to lunch, actually, so I got online. I go to Bennett Trailers, and sure enough, they had that one there. I come back, I do some more research. I look into Legend Trailers. I show her this one. She said, yeah, that's a nice one. I go get the trailer. So not that it matters or that it's anybody's business or anything like that, but we kind of make all of our decisions as a husband and wife. And I think the whole swimming pool thing, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. One guy said something like he worries each day that my grandchildren won't be able to make memories here if I don't put in a swimming pool. I'm like, huh? Like, I don't know. I think it's more, I don't know. My brain doesn't work that way. I think they're just trying to take like a shot at me or something, and that's the angle that they use. I have no idea, but we read these sometimes, and I'll screenshot a comment and send it to the family, and we just kind of scratch our heads sometimes. But that's the story on the swimming pool. Maybe someday we'll get one, but not until we are sure we have Hunter's seizures under control. He had his last one probably a month and a half ago. Usually about every 6 months, but we're doing some things a little differently, trying to adjust some meds and all that kind of stuff. It's a whole thing, but hopefully we can get that under control. And the other thing is, it would be nice if the grandkids were a little bit older before we had a swimming pool. Yes, real little kids do enjoy a pool, but there's a lot going on around here all the time, and keeping your eye on Hunter and 3 little kids with a pool, I think it's good just to wait. And I think that's what we'll do. No matter how many comments I get about it, that's what I'm going to do. So, appreciate y'all being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.